right. Hello, Divine Sisters. So this is just a discussion on the Divine Mission Bundle. And I'll be weaving together a little bit of my own story and the creation of these mentorships. And I'll go deep into the interwoven connection between these mentorships and how they support each other to support you to come into absolute alignment with your divine mission and to feel like you are resourced within to actually rise into the level of leadership, into the power of your voice, into the vibrancy of your light that you are meant to bring to this earth. Because if you are here, you know that there is a stirring in your soul that you're meant to serve in a big way. You're here because you're not wanting to let this life go by without bringing it all, doing all that you can, being the best version of you to serve in the highest capacity possible. Like, this is something you desire. You care about this. You care about the evolution of Mother Earth. You care about the children on Earth. You care about the generations to come. You care about the people who are in ignorance, who are led by imbalanced emotions. You care about the people who are leading spiritual missions and are flooding light onto this earth. Like, you care for all, and you also care for harmony on earth. And with that, we need everyone to come into their gifts. We need everyone to rise into their full capacity and to be a channel for the divine on earth. And so I'm committed to supporting women in this level of leadership in their life and to find this true empowerment within themselves and confidence in their gifts and mission so they can lead in the way they know they came here to lead. So if you're new and this is your first time listening to me, my name is Ashley Seymour. I'm a Holy Fire 3 Reiki Master, a multidimensional ceremonialist, and a channel for the divine feminine mysteries. I support women in reclaiming their power, their sovereignty, and their divine mission. So in 2019, I really claimed my path as a healer. And I claimed my path both as a healer, but also as a spiritual guide. At this time, I was teaching yoga teacher trainings in Peru. And this was, over 6 years ago. And the mountains of the Sacred Valley of Peru, where I was teaching these yoga teacher trainings, really activated my intuitive gifts. I had already been working with my intuition in a deep way, receiving intuitive messages from my client's body, their chakras, their guides, and deepening into my own understanding of my intuition. But at this time in 2019, I just felt called to start journeying with crystals and connecting with the spirit of the crystals. I had an entire notebook dedicated to the drawings of crystal spirits. I wish I knew where that notebook was, because there was these beautiful drawings of the spirits I was interacting with, how they were showing themselves to me, and they would guide me on very profound healing journeys and guide me into beautiful landscapes, other dimensions, into my own soul. I didn't know it at the time, but I was journeying into my Akashic records, and they were sharing with me information. One of these particular journeys, they shared with me information about my relationship to my partner and his family, my past life experiences with them, which helped me understand a lot about the dynamics of the relationship I had with them in this life. But we had never met. But I had already felt that there was something there. There was an intense resistance, and there was some other information held within my soul, and it was really powerful. I didn't go into these journeys expecting something. I was guided and led, and it was just really profound. So I was channeling intuitive messages. I was going on these psychic journeys. And when I would work with my clients to unlock to unlock their chakras and to bring guidance around what's the wound, what's the pattern, what's the belief, what's the root of why there's a blockage here, it would help unlock so many layers of their healing path. It would help bring a sense of, you see me, I'm seen, I felt that, but now I understand. It was such a sense of, instead of being swimming in the unknown, It's like, there's clarity, there's a path to take, there's a path to walk on. I'm not crazy, you know, I wasn't in alignment with my authentic self, and I get to remove these blockages. And clients would come to me with both physical imbalances, spiritual blockages, and emotional disharmony. And all of these things would gain intuitive messages on. So my intuition, you know, as it developed, I was able to, most importantly, not only get to serve in this beautiful way, but most importantly, I was able to hear the voice of the divine speaking through me, the voice of the divine guiding my heart, guiding my soul. And this actually became really important. It helped me come into very clear alignment with my mission and purpose at an extremely pivotal time. And without my intuitive faculty, this ability to really trust and honor myself and my spiritual path and my spiritual truth, I might have made decisions that didn't actually align with me, that I would have logically tried to do, or done things so that I was liked or approved of or understood or accepted. And when I developed my intuition, it's like I could make decisions that aligned with me. And there was this deep knowing that this is the truth. I can't, how could I live my life not honoring my truth? And I often say this, I don't always think about how can I do things? How could I do things? I say, how could I not? How could it not happen? Because you really feel that energy in your body when something is so interwoven with you. How could it not be for you? But we can bypass that inner knowing if we just try to go to our mind, if we just use our mind to try to figure our life out. So this happened in 2019. I received a call from my partner, who is now my husband. We've been together for 8 years. 2 days ago was our 8 years together. And he called me. This was before we had any kids. I was in Peru. He was at home in New Jersey, where we used to live. And he told me he doesn't agree with anything I'm doing, that the Reiki is not good, the yoga is not good, the spiritual teaching, you know, leading yoga teacher trainings, like none of it is good. He doesn't believe in it. It's not right. And I just had this like sinking in my heart, because at that point, we have a very deep soul connection, and he was a really pivotal part in my spiritual awakening and my connection to Paramahansa Yogananda and my meditation practice and connection with God. And, you know, I really viewed our relationship deeply. And I had to really sit with myself, because I really did question for a moment, is what I'm doing actually harming people? If he's saying this is bad and not right, is what I'm doing actually causing harm? But when I put it in the context of, you know, this was when he was starting to go back into the Catholic beliefs and the church belief, the dogmatic beliefs, and he was really battling with his own, what is the truth? What's the right way? What's right, wrong, the path, and so on. And so I had to decide, do I leave this relationship and keep doing what I'm doing? And I had to ask myself, like, am I actually causing harm? Am I causing harm? Am I doing something that's not right? Or do I go back to New Jersey and never teach yoga teacher trainings again, never offer Reiki sessions, doing intuitive readings, you know, journey with the crystals, like just cut it out? And the minute I played with that idea, I felt this darkness consume my soul. It was like the connection to my soul was severed. And there was something ancient within me that said, not this lifetime. Like, the message was so loud and clear, like, not this lifetime. I have severed the connection to my soul for plenty of lifetimes because it was unsafe. But it is safe, and you must lead. And in that moment, it was such a clear knowing in my soul that I could not deny my truth any longer, that I'm a healer and a spiritual guide. And even if it seems wrong to someone else and to other belief systems, it's in alignment for me. It's my truth, and I cannot deny my truth any longer. So within moments of declaring this energetically, I literally received a call from RJ, and he said, I was sitting in meditation, praying, connecting with Mother Mary. And he said, she came to me and he said, I see everything you're doing. And the thing is, I didn't need him to see everything I was doing. What that did create is an ability for us to be together, because it wouldn't have made sense for us to be together if he disagreed with everything I'm doing and who I am. So I said, okay, we get to do this. We can be together. And a couple months later is when we conceived our first daughter, Leela. And now we have 3 beautiful children together. So the reason I'm bringing this powerful mentorship of sovereign priestess activation alongside this advanced intuitive development course is because the clarity of your intuition is vital to continue to honor your divine mission and to hear the voice of the divine guiding you. It's imperative that you have this inner gnosis, because again, your intuition is beyond logic. It's inner knowing. It's the inner gnosis that erupts from within you. It's the ability to say, I trust myself. I go within. I allow the divine to lead. Inner gnosis is the awakening of a wisdom within you, and you are so wise. Your body so wise, your soul, your higher self, God within, so wise. And the way that you are meant to lead your mission is most likely quite unconventional. You actually are probably meant to break boundaries of what's possible, to break barriers of what is possible, to stretch the capacity, to see life in a different way, to create structures that are actually healing and conducive to harmony. Like, it is going to stretch you. Your mission on earth, especially here, those on this call, as feeling this call of the priestess, one who serves the spiritual needs of the community. This is how I see the priestess, and is why I called it sovereign priestess activation, because you're activating your sovereignty. Your sovereignty is meaning that no one and nothing has power over you, meaning nothing outside of you can shake you from the truth of your power within. And when you are in your full power, you make decisions out of integrity, authenticity, and honesty. You live authentically. And the priestess activating this code of power, and the priestess is one who serves, a woman who serves the spiritual needs of the community in any way that uplifts you, and your children, and your creative artwork, in the ceremonies you share, and the healing of the earth that you do, and the laughter that you share. It's like you're bringing the divine through you, and you're committed to that. And the activation is activating the clearest channel within you through which your power can unlock and your mission as a priestess can unlock. And you know how it is with conviction and courage and power, how it is you want to lead your mission. So in order for that to unlock, there has to be this conversation and communication within you, because no one can tell you what your mission is. It's not meant to be told. It wouldn't land the same way. It's meant to be awakened, blooming from within. That's how it becomes embodied. So when you awaken this wisdom, you literally alchemically change your subconscious and you transform. When you awaken a truth from within you, you transform. Because when a truth is a truth from within you, you respond and behave and act in the world completely differently. When I realized from within this deep soul knowing that this is my path and I will not cut it out any longer. I've done it enough lifetimes. I have shut down my truth. I have minimized. I have made myself small in order to survive. No longer. No longer. When I realized that truth from within, it becomes immovable. It's an immovable truth within me. Mission. And this is something you can awaken within you as well, because it's in you. Your mission, your path is in you. And having this move, it doesn't mean you don't grow and evolve and your mission expands. Not at all. It's the within you. And you have a mission, and this is how you're meant to serve. and the God is guiding you along each step of the way. You need intuition to tap into that. You have to have this deep conversation with your body, your soul, your energy system to actually lead in this way. So when you try to only use logic to make the decision that makes sense to you in your mind, you will base your decisions off of limiting beliefs. And then some of them may not even be your own. Some of the limiting beliefs you have might come from other people. And so you're trying to create your life based on all these external circumstances. And it doesn't have the full power to it. It doesn't have the same magnetism. So the ability to connect to your womb, your heart, and the divine is incredibly invaluable in your mission. And this is why in Sovereign Priestess, you're guided through the first initiation, which is the womb initiation, to unlock the wisdom codes there. And then you're guided into the heart initiation to unlock the wisdom codes there. And then we work with the throat, of course, for your expression and the masculine energy and the purest expression of who you are. But then at the third eye, it's connection to the divine, the inner sight, your soul gifts, your past lives. It's knowing yourself from within you and your own inner sight and clairvoyance. But this again deepens this level of communication activation when you have a deep and strong and clear connection to your intuitive abilities. So I do not know how everything is going to work out in my life. This isn't why I have conviction in my path. I don't have conviction because I'm certain that things are going to work out this way, this way, this way. This isn't why I have conviction. I have conviction because I trust in my divine mission and that no matter what, I'm going to show up for it. And I'm going to ride the ebbs and the flows of how I'm meant to learn, heal, grow, so I can be the woman that is the clearest expression of my divine mission. This doesn't mean it's always perfect and easy. And once I reclaimed my mission, it's been an easy path. There's been ups, downs. I've had to pivot, reclaim more of my self-worth, like honor myself, my work, grow, expand, stretch my capacity of what I think is possible to serve. It's not always easy, and I don't have everything figured out. But the conviction doesn't come from having everything figured out. It comes from knowing my truth within and knowing that I'm going to show up to my mission every single day and be a channel of the divine, the best that I can possibly be. And that will lead me to beautiful things. That will lead me to serve in the way I'm meant to serve in this lifetime. I trust that. So I don't always choose the path that makes sense because I trust that there's a compass within me guiding me. And when I'm grounded in my body, and I'm strengthened my nervous system and I'm able to quiet the mind, the guidance becomes clear, whether I'm in the light or the dark. I don't fear the dark anymore. There's beauty in it. I know even in the dark, I'm being guided. The dark doesn't feel good, but it's one of the most powerful alchemizing ways to move into greater alignment with our higher self and mission. And so this is why with Sovereign Priestess, it's 6 months, because you're taken through this journey where it's not just like an initial, yes, I'm going to do this, and you get excited and focused, but you are taken on a half-a-year journey where you are held in such a sacred container of support to go through both highs and lows and to find your power no matter where you're at along the journey. That you are not powerless when you're in the dark. It's just another stage of alchemy. That when you're in the light, you don't have to fear going to the dark and fearing that you're going to be powerless. That you can move through the stages of light, of dark, of highs and lows, of beauty and joy and suffering and challenges, knowing that you are not lost. This is such a powerful, this is sovereignty. It's not about the external circumstances always being perfectly what you wanted. It's about trusting in the divine moving through you. And that divine to move through you, and surrender your will to the divine will. And you continue to ground into yourself, ground into your body, be a part of your human experience, love all the imperfections of you, that you just become magnetic. There's no more resistance. There's no more the fear holding you back, doubt holding you back, lack holding you back. It's just a movement. It's movement of the divine through you. Tuning into your intuition, the guiding compass, and taking action when you know it's time to take action. So all these things we talk about in Sovereign Priestess activation, how to balance the masculine and feminine energetics to lead in this way. So I'm really merging these two mentorships because in Sovereign Priestess, it's unlocking the feminine mysteries, which is at the womb, the heart, and the third eye. And through unlocking this, you'll release the suppressed aspects of you. They're actually more free to do what you came here to do. And in Sovereign Priestess, you're going to learn how to access your own also Akashic records and retrieve your soul gifts. You'll really understand your divine service from a very deeply embodied place, because only you can do what you came here to do. Literally, only you can do what you came here to do, and only you can uncover it from within. You choose how far you want to go. The divine is not upset with you if you're not moving in your life. So I don't want you to move in your mission because you feel like you're going to be punished if you don't. We gotta get out of this idea of punishment and the paradigm of punishment. It's your life. How you decide to move with it is your choice. But every choice we make does have an impact, and it does have a ripple effect, and it does affect us in some way. It's not punishment. That's just how energy works. It's just how the laws of the universe works. So you lead your divine mission, not because you're dragging your feet, but because you genuinely desire to do. Because there's a fire in your soul and it will not go out. And maybe you felt that fire and it's diminished a little bit and you want it to return. It's where Sovereign Priestess will come in to really reactivate you, your power, your desire, your magnetism. So in this journey, you're going to be awakening your most authentic self. You're awakening more courage and conviction in your path, and you rise into your sovereign leadership to truly serve at your greatest potential. So for me, it's like, I'm not playing small in this life. I have a very big mission. And the more that I say yes, the more I actually can expand in all areas of my life. So I call to the divine and the divine calls back and I say yes. Like I hear the message, I'm going to move, I'm going to take action, I'm going to fall, I'm going to get up. Like some things might not be quote unquote working right now, but I'm devoted to serving. So I'm going to continue to show up. It's like I call to the divine calls back. It's an ongoing conversation, ongoing merging, an ongoing sacred union with the divine. So when your intuitive channel is clear and strong, you have this greater capacity to listen in this way, to listen to your own inner guiding wisdom, and to listen to the divine actually responding to your sacred calling. So the Sacred Intuitive Mentorship is going to support you in awakening your personal and professional intuitive gifts so that you can offer, alongside of your personal development, professional intuitive readings alongside your sacred work. So especially if you're coming into Sovereign Priestess and you are a healer, a medicine woman, a shaman, a guide, a spiritual mentor in some way, developing your intuition in this way is so powerful in healing sessions and conversations and mentoring sessions and connection with the earth. You can bring it into your professional sessions. And I do prepare, we talk a lot about this at the end. I prepare you to be really confident in sharing professional intuitive readings. I've been leading professional intuitive readings now for 7.5 years now, and they're so beautiful. And of course, just expanded over and over and over. And I've offered thousands of hours of Reiki. And so on top of that, just as much as intuitive readings. And so I'm so confident in my ability to guide you through this sacred intuitive mentorship for you to uncover your own intuitive abilities. I recognize that everybody intuits slightly different. The way that you're going to connect and feel and sense the divine, your own soul, your guides is going to be slightly different. And we honor that in this space. And so it's such a powerful space to know, how do you intuit? How does it feel for you? And to get a lot more confident in your intuitive gifts, because you're already intuitive. You're already doing it. It's just clearing all the ways that you believe you're not, and then expanding your gifts, your ways of intuiting. anchoring it in and listening so deeply to yourself, finding that inner compass and guiding yourself on your path. So I've been leading women in these two journeys for 3 years now. These two mentorships came through in the same year in 2022. I led the first round of Sacred Intuitive, and then later in the year, Sovereign Priestess Activation Channel. So they're really just, they birthed around the same time. I've been leading them around the same time. They're magnificent, beautiful journeys. It's continuously expanding in impact, wisdom transmission, and healing potential. So as I grow, my mentorships grow. And this is why I offer these mentorships live, because each year you can experience the highest frequency transmission possible for your evolution and growth, because I'm growing and I'm always refining these mentorships, always. We receive both the live calls. We meet once a week. So 6 months, it's 24 sessions for the Sovereign Priestess Activation. And for Sacred Intuitive, it's 3 months, it's 12 sessions. And so it's a weekly investment, a weekly meeting that we're connecting live, and then you have a whole online portion to it that each week the new lecture is revealed, and it always coincides with a beautiful PDF and then healing videos and embodiment practices. So it is an immersive experience, because you're meant to alchemize. You're meant to transform. You're meant to evolve into a totally different version of you that's actually more in alignment with your divine blueprint. And this requires investment of time. It requires you to show up for yourself. And not everybody wants that. Some people want a very easy, quick fix. And although some things can come through quick and easily, it's like this one sentence I may say just will shift a whole perspective of you, a perspective that you've held your whole life, and it just changes. And that's beautiful. But sometimes the deeper subconscious parts of ourselves that we're not aware of, we have to reshape the way we show up, to reshape how we engage with our life, our healing journey, and the divine feminine mysteries, how to actually lead your mission through feminine energetics. This is a whole reframing of living your life when you enter into Sovereign Priestess and the Sacred Intuitive, because you're compounding your mission, your wealth, your impact through feminine energetics. This really is the most important thing that I believe we're reshaping on Earth, is how to live in alignment with masculine and feminine energetics, instead of just creating and doing in the inverted masculine paradigm. I have to completely reshape that story. So I want to share a couple testimonials from some of the clients who have gone through the mentorship. So for Sovereign Priestess Activation, Marisol shares, after moving through this journey, I've come to know that this is who I am, and I feel like I'm much more grounded in the trust I have in myself and in God. There's no way I can fail. I'm really grateful for Ashley's mentorship, friendship, and support, and I'm really grateful that she was able to see something in me before I was even able to see for myself. I've reflected over the last year, and I've looked back at some of my journaling and some of my video journaling, and I was so clouded by fear and anxiety and misery. I couldn't even see or look forward to tomorrow. So I'm grateful Ashley saw a better something for me, because I could even see a better vision for myself. This is going to have a ripple effect on the people I end up working with. Also from Sovereign Priestess Activation is L'Oreal. She said, throughout knowing Ashley in this whole year has had so much to do with discovering what are my tools for accessing the guidance I'm looking for. Something huge that I've worked on with Ashley is that I don't have to have all the answers, and I'm not even the brains behind the operation, which is actually really comforting. I know I can clear my energy and connect to my own energy and the energy around, which has taught me to be present, to show up, and to be able to have this space for listening. I feel like I have and am cultivating this deeper connection to my inner voice. I'm better at discerning and allowing the waters of my intuition to flow forward and the light to flow through me, and becoming this channel for beingness. In the Sacred Intuitive, Jenna shares, I never expected that I would be able to tap into my own intuition in such an accessible yet deeply felt way. Through Ashley's nurturing guidance and support, and alongside a beautiful group of souls, I was able to come to know my intuitive side and realize my innate gifts. I know my intuition will only continue to blossom and integrate into my daily life as a result of this program, and I am forever grateful. Simca shares, everything that Ashley provides, offers, creates, and generates is filled with her whole embodiment of woman, bringing her heart, temple of a body, spirit, and mind and soul to the table, while she offers each ounce of wisdom she can to support those she works with. The beautiful thing about this program is the variety of participants weaved with the very variety of content brought to the table. The journey provides an opportunity to deepen, expand, and elevate and widen the self, while also providing the reveal of how to have our own medicine become something that we offer to the world. So this is just a couple of the beautiful testimonials and shares from the sacred, divine women that I've had the absolute honor of connecting with. And I would love for you to be next. I am going to be offering this amazing bundle, Divine Mission Bundle, until through Monday. So it's about 3 days. And Sovereign Priestess activation right now is 5,555. The Sacred Intuitive right now is an early bird phase, so it's 2,222. But for the next 3 days, you can receive both of these mentorships for literally the price of Sovereign Priestess activation. So you're basically getting the Sacred Intuitive for free when you sign up for Sovereign Priestess activation. And I just feel this is so important to, I've never offered this bundle before. It's never been this price before. This is an amazing opportunity for those who feel the call. And working with these together is going to amplify both your work in Sacred Intuitive and your work in Sovereign Priestess activation. So if you're interested in this, you can click on the link in the description and you can sign up for the connection call. And the connection call will be, if you cannot find a time in the next 3 days, just send me a message so that we can find a time that works. We can connect a different way. It's basically just to have an in-person interview process happen. And if you're ready for the mentorship, you can sign up on the call. If you're just interested in Sovereign Priestess, you can just click on the Sovereign Priestess link and you can fill out the application, and then I'll email, if it's accepted, I'll email you the payment link. The reason why, and the same for the Sacred Intuitive, if you want to just do Sacred Intuitive, click on the link, fill out the application, and you'll get the email to sign up. Now, the Sacred Intuitive begins around the solstice, so in like 3 months, and Sovereign Priestess begins this next week. So we run equinox to equinox. I do run another one in the fall, equinox to equinox. I do run it twice a year. So you can join the one in the fall if that does feel more in alignment. I do highly recommend entering into this one coming up this week so that you are in this container while you're going through the Sacred Intuitive as well. The reason why I do an application is because these are live mentorships and they're intimate and we're in a long held space together. I primarily bring only women into these spaces. It's very intimate, and it's important to me that you're really committed to this work, and I can really feel that when you write the application. It's not like I'm really looking for too much else. It's just, are you committed? Are you passionate? Is this the right fit? Is this an alignment? And that's really it. So, don't think too much about the application process. Just share your authentic self and so on. Okay, so for the Sovereign Priestess activation mentorship, this is really for the women who you've already sensed your power, but you sense that there might be some like deep-rooted fears. Like there's some fears that keep you from being a lot more confident and in your mission, in your power. You might often sometimes feel uncertain about your path, like you're uncertain about your path and purpose, but you're ready to feel that level of certainty that I've talked about. It's like that certainty, that trust in your mission, your sovereignty and power. You may have also been, these beautiful states of expansion and alignment and, angel messages and numbers. But then if doubt, insecurity, or lack of self-worth, or something happens in your circumstances and you lose your power, Like if that happens where you're in this beautiful state and then something externally happens and you kind of shift into doubt and uncertainty. In Sovereign Priestess, we work with this deeply so that you are not uprooted by external power. You're not uprooted by needing circumstantial power because you're so anchored in your own personal power. So this will also be for you if you sense that you have, like, there's gifts, you have this divine service, but it's not fully expressed. You want to actually access your full potential with your divine mission. So you want to let go of playing small and rise into your full potential. This is also for you if you want to experience more like creativity, like creating through the flow of the wild feminine, this powerful magic medicine that moves through you. It's untamed energy, tapping into your divine feminine power. And this will really help you amplify your divine mission. This is also for the women who want to stand in the storms of life, not avoid them, not have a life where they know everything's going to be perfect, they control everything, because honestly, you can't do that. And you'll live with anxiety and fear trying to make that happen. It's the women who say, I want to stand in the storms of life. I don't want to fear the fall. I'm going to trust that I'm going to be able to get back up because I choose it. I'm going to trust that even if a part of me dissolves, I'm going to grow something else, like something else is going to bloom in that breakage. Like it's not fearing the alchemizing process because you know that everything is bringing you closer to your divine truth. Everything is bringing you closer to the divine within and this eternal sense of safety within. So you're no longer shying away from this reservoir of wisdom that you have to share, but you embrace every multidimensional layer of it. It's like you can stand in the wisdom of the storms. You can alchemize the lessons from that space, and you stand even stronger after that storm. And you embrace all the mental, multidimensional understanding of the difficult times that you've gone through. So this will also be for you if you notice that you kind of disconnect from your truth sometimes. You might try to fit in, please others. You have those people-pleasing tendencies. And so you want to really shift this and say, how can I honor my truth while still honoring being in integrity and honesty and kindness and love and compassion, but really knowing how to honor your boundaries in an authentic and integral way. So also be for you if you know that you are meant to serve in a bigger, bolder way, like you're feeling that calling. And of course, if you're here, you've been feeling that. It's like something is guiding you forward, something is guiding you to expand. So there's more gifts for you to share, to integrate. You want to serve a bigger way. You have a message you want to share. Then this mentorship's for you. And also we do a lot of healing work in this mentorship. Again, I'm encoded as a healer. I weave in healing experiences all the time. There's each lecture comes with, 2 to 4, sometimes more guided healing meditations, visualization journeys, recorded holy fire Reiki experiences, purification with breath. There's so much to help you heal so that you can spiritually initiate yourself, awaken your innate priestess wisdom, and actualize your mission on this earth. So this is also for those who want to release the barriers, because we're going to work with some money codes in this as well. It's really important that you release all resistance to financial wealth, because that comes along with your divine mission. Is money is energy, and becoming magnetic to that energy flow of wealth, because you can do beautiful things when wealth flows into your life. You can share more of your finance, you can create more things, you have more opportunities. There's a shift in your energy when you become an energetic match for wealth. And this is very important in your divine mission, because then you operate from trust and confidence instead of desperation and fear. It's very important. Okay. And lastly, Sovereign Priestess is for you if you just desire to connect, to heal, to learn alongside a group of really divine women, of divine priestesses, just being in a sacred, intimate container of women who are also in this devotional path of uncovering their divine mission. Okay, so again, if you feel called to Sovereign Priestess activation, you can click the link and fill out the application. But again, if you want the Divine Mission Bundle, which is the same price as Sovereign Priestess activation, you just get Sacred Intuitive as well, then find a time to set up your 30-minute call. If you can't find one, send me an email at ashley@divinemissionalchemy.com. Or you can send me a DM, however you want to reach out to me. Just send an email saying, I can't find a time. How can we connect? Whatever. Okay. So the Sacred Intuitive Mentorship, I'll share a little bit more about this. This is where you're going to release fears. Sometimes a lot of fears come up around our intuitive abilities, and you're also going to heal any limiting beliefs from past life trauma. Again, intuitive wisdom has been stifled for a long time, as it's been seen as crazy, insane, too wild, unknown, a witch. We have been burned many times in the past, physically and metaphorically, for our intuitive wisdom, our inner gnosis and knowing. So there's some healing we have to release. Sometimes there's also the fear that you're going to be connecting with negative or dark energy and entities, and it's understanding your boundaries. It's actually understanding your empowerment, your sovereignty, and your intuitive gifts. So you're also going to activate a tangible, loving, and all-embracing connection to the divine. I focus very deeply on the divine and God, source, creator, whatever word you use, because this is why our intuition develops. The main reason our intuition develops so we can communicate with God, because we are one with God. That's it. That's the most important reason our intuition unlocks. Everything else is a bonus. Everything else helps guide us to a deeper uncovering and unfurling to the divine. So it's about you connecting so much deeper to the divine. So you're also going to you're going to embody a deeper sense of safety in your relationship with the divine. This is important so that when you feel safe and you have this knowing of the divine within you, there's this sense of sovereignty, and you can really expand your intuitive gifts. You can travel much further without feeling like you're going to get lost, because the divine is everywhere. So you're also going to create a visionary life that's in alignment with your heart and soul. We do work a lot on how you can weave these gifts into your life and how it's supporting you in your divine mission. You're going to work with the masculine and feminine energetics of intuiting. I will teach about both what it means to intuit through masculine energetics and what it means to intuit through feminine energetics. You will also work with balancing your masculine and feminine energy so that you can develop your intuitive gifts profoundly, so that you can attune your body to higher consciousness. You know how to work with your energy system to clear your channels, to become the clearest embodiment and transmission from higher realms and spiritual consciousness and your guides and the Akashic records, whatever it is you're channeling and intuiting into. You're also going to navigate your life with so much more divine clarity. And this is why it's so powerful doing this with Sovereign Priestess activation, because you're just going to come to know yourself so much deeper. You'll access guidance and unconditional love and support from the divine that is with you all the time. And you're also going to develop a very fluid and playful relationship with divination methods. I share a lot of different divination methods, intuitive techniques, oracular guidance, a wide range of how to play with your intuition. And you'll find that some things really land with you, like that's your calling, and some things might not, but you're going to really find what sticks and lands for you. You're also going to be provided with the tools and foundations for offering professional intuitive readings with confidence, poise, grace, and ease. How to really find the sense of confidence in the beautiful messages that are channeling with you. These are masterful discussions. I absolutely love this part of the mentorship, because you really start to shift into this embodiment of your power as an intuitive. You're going to access intuitive messages through learning to connect with your higher self, your spiritual guides, the Akashic records, the ascended masters, your body, nature, more. It's like nothing is off the table on what you can deepen your relationship to. And I bring profound healings, teachings, and creations you'll bring profound healings, teachings, and creations to any work that you already offer. It's only going to expand everything you do. It's only going to improve, create a higher level impact to anything you're already doing in your life. Your mothering, your parenting, your divine relationship, your sacred relationships, your connection with the earth, your mission work, your creative work. It's only going to expand it, because you're coming into alignment with you, and you're listening to the divine within, and you're becoming very clear on your mission. So this is the Sacred Intuitive Mentorship. So again, The Sovereign Priestess activation is currently 5,555 for this beautiful 6 months journey. The Sacred Intuitive is in its early bird phase. It's 2,222. But if you sign up for both before the end of Monday, March 31st, you get both for 5,555. Now, I do offer payment plans if needed. And so if you need a payment plan, you just write that in the application you fill out for either the mentorships. But if you want to do the bundle, sign up for the free call and we can talk about payment plans. That would feel good as well. All right, so I'm going to complete there. And if there's any continued questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. And I look forward to hearing from you. I'm sending you all so much love and many blessings.